Let's say the 18?
Yeah.
Yo, you don't know nothing about B.A. Baraka's son.
I know the Andrade. I know that team.
That team.
The big bad wolf.
There it is.
It's me again. That guy.
Radio Rahim with Demetrius Andrade, Boo Boo Andrade, the A-team in New York City. It's fight week for Triple G and Derevchenko. I already seen it. We already know it's coming. It's gotta be annoying, man, to see these guys fighting for a vacant title on a date you could be on, trying to unify even.
Yeah, we're gonna let them dish it out. I'm where I am. I'm the world champion with the WBO, and hopefully whoever wins after this fight, and then after my next fight, we can tangle. We can make it happen. Unification is good. It's all lining up in a way it needs to be lined up because the belts are in with the zone. So there's no reason not to make any unification bouts.
The belts are with the zone. You got Eddie Hearn in your corner. All that makes sense. But even the writers are starting to coin you as like the odd man out. The guy always last at a party. Why do you think it is that you're not in the rotation to unify these belts? Triple G, Canelo, even Charlo. Like, these are fights that everybody wants, and you can't seem to get them made.
All I can keep doing is keep winning, keep being me, get the people behind me more and more and more, and the people have to help also demand these fights, We can't just keep on letting these guys just fight anybody when you have somebody like myself at 160 pounds, fighting whoever else is out there as well, but it's time for me to get in there with the Triple G, Canelo, and whoever else is in that middleweight range.
You're even willing, as I read, to go up to 68 to get a big fight.
Yeah, I would definitely go up to 168 to fight Billy Joe. He deserves an ass whooping.
So in your mind, you say you keep winning, whatnot, but then if it's not Billy Joe, because it appears like you wanted to be on the KSI Logan Paul card, right?
No. I would like to, if I had it my way, I would like to get on an Anthony Joshua card and Louise card. I'd be on that co-feature, no problem, and give the people bigger than what the fighters already is. You know what I'm saying? It'd be massive if I was on that card.
I read, and correct me if I'm wrong, maybe I am, that you were chasing the Billy Joe Saunders fight, and you were like, well, he's going to be on that KSI card, so you're willing to do that, or?
Well, listen, I'm just saying. You asked me if that's something I wanted to do is get on that card. No, I'm not. I didn't want to get on that card. I guess Billy Joe happened to get on that card. But what I'm saying is we're willing to fight Billy Joe like I was before when I was at 160 before he did the dirty stuff. And he, like I said before, he needs to get an ass whooped for me. It's like it has to happen. So I'm willing to go up to 168 and make it happen if I'm not getting in the bigger names and the bigger fights come next year.
So what does it look like, even though it's not what you're asking for right now, who appears to be on your horizon? What does it appear to be your next fight?
I just heard they got my mandatory, Stephen Butler, and so that's what I have to go through. I got to, fight my mandatory, and then from there, see who's available and who's willing to step in the ring by next year for a big fight.
Like I said, we know Triple G's fighting this weekend. He's a pretty big favorite on the fight. Do you think there's any chance of an upset? How do you look at Triple G where he is in his career right now?
Triple G to me, he's a durable guy. He hasn't been in there with no real killers throughout his career. He still got enough miles and enough in his tank to continue to keep fighting for at least another year or so. Derevchenko, he's not no pushover. He had a good outing with Danny Jacobs. And he also has over 300 amateur fights as well. So we should be expecting a good fight between these two guys, And this guy, Derevchenko, is a step up from the last guy he fought 10 times now. 10 times from, what's his name? Freaking
Steve Rose?
Yeah, Steve Rose. You know what I'm saying? Now we get to see Triple G in there with somebody that's, can put some pressure and see what Triple G still has left in his tank.
As everybody does, that Canelo is stepping up to 175 pounds to take on Sergey Kovalev. I know that's just another fight that you're not going to get next, but you wanted. What do you think about that decision? Who wins that fight?
Listen, I understand you know, with the Canelo situation, he looking for a legacy. He's looking to be 3, 4, 5 divisional champion. But when you say I'm 3, 4, 5 divisional champion, who are you saying you fought against? The old guys, and I'm just like going back a little bit. He fought Cotto on his way out, you know, Mosley on his way out, you know. And that's what he's good for. He's trying to get the big names on their way out, which, you understand, I understand the business part of it, but it's like, come on, guys. Yes, you fought Triple G. We're proud. We're happy you finally stepped up. And again, with Danny Jacobs, but they're not the best. I believe that I'm the best. I'm undefeated. I have the belt. You say you want to unify the division. Why are you not coming this way to tango? My friend, Juno, come this way and we can dance. Aye, 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 aye.
Now, we might as well talk about another fight that could be very competitive. I hear a lot of people calling for it. So maybe, I don't know, none of these fights are getting made so far, excuse me. So this might not be any more difficult than the rest, but obviously I'm talking about Jermell Charlo. Does that fight interest you? If it could be made, would you be interested in fighting Jermell Charlo?
Listen, I'm willing to get in the ring with anybody at 160 pounds that has a belt, that's undefeated, that is in the line of helping my stardom come up. No problem. Can it happen? Can it happen? I'm with DAZN. He's with Showtime, I believe. And at the end of the day, that right now, it can't work that way. It just doesn't work that way in this business. If it was back in the days, the old school way was everybody fought everybody, you know. But you know, there's that pawn politic type situation. Can you go into a pay-per-view? Can we go into a pay-per-view, make it happen? Maybe, you know. Of course, I'm willing to fight Jermell Charlo. Why not? You know, he's a sustainable guy. He worked his way to where he is now. He hasn't really fought anybody for that belt he has, but I will unify the division with him. Of course, I would. I'm the unification bout. I would do that with anybody else that is also in that in my division. Of course.
Now the knock on you, and first of all, you're a very charismatic guy. You're pleasant. I like talking to you all the time. But when they say, well, he can't get the fights because he doesn't have the fans, or his style's not exciting, or he's not bankable, like he's not worth the risk. When you hear all of these things, is there a way around that? Is there a hurdle to that, or you just have to take the long road?
It just sounds like excuses. To me, it just sounds like, you know, they don't want to get in there and fight somebody that can hold their own. That's what it sounds like to me, because I do got fans. I got a worldwide fan, international fans, domestic fans. My fan base is up there. So that's out the thing. My style is beautiful. I'm a sweet science guy. I do the hitting and I don't get hit. That's the point of boxing, you know? Stick and move, man. Stick and move. You know, people get hurt in this sport, and I'm going to put myself on the line if I feel like I need to, as far as a man trying to put their will on me. I'm going to be swinging too, baby. What the fuck? I'm going to be out there doing the same damn thing to win. But, I mean, how you not like my style? I don't understand how you cannot like my style. I'm slick, I switch it up, I look pretty, I dance, I entertain, you know? And I put you out if you keep coming. But if you don't keep coming, you know, I'm going to do what I do and teach people. When you watch my fights, man, you're watching, you know, like a clinic. I'm showing people how to do certain things. I'm a teacher. I'm not just out there swinging. And my setups are beautiful. My traps are beautiful. Like, I'm showing people, for the young generation, how it's done. Because when they go home and study, they watch boxing, they watch Demetrius Andrade. I'm just saying, they watch Demetrius Andrade, and they studying Demetrius Andrade's moves over and over and over and over and over.
Now, I happen to be sitting with you for the Jacobs Triple G fight, so I know that you're a hell of an analyst. Whenever you decide to hang up the gloves, they can put the microphone in front of your face, and you can do a broadcast by yourself. So I'm going to take some time and put an analyst hat on you tonight. Just last Saturday, we saw what people are arguably calling Fight of the Year with Porter Spence. No way you missed that fight. How'd you have it when you were watching? What'd you think of the outcome?
Listen, you know, my boy Porter, you guys, whew, man, what a fight, guys, what a fight. You guys, you know, they both show will, they both show gut, they both show the skills from the styles that they have, and they went out and went toe-to-toe and, you know, let the world knows. There was no loser in that fight. You know, Sean Porter, he did a great job. He came out victorious as well, man. That was a great fight. I love watching it, and I plan on watching it again. You know what I'm saying? That's something you could definitely go back and watch again. So.
Were you surprised it was so toe-to-toe, like neither guy's backing up? I thought Spence might box, and, you know, that's what people expected. Yeah. Were you surprised by the way the fight went?
I mean, you know, with my analyst hat, to me, Spence ain't that type of boxer. He's not he don't really have that swift movement. So he's going to do what he did and also hold his ground. He's a man too as well. So he's not just going to let somebody just bull rush them in there and do what they want to do. And he's going to hold his own like I was just saying. So, but to see that shows another side of Earl Spence as well versus when he fought Mikey Garcia. You know, yeah, he did a little more boxing because he was a smaller guy. I mean, he was a bigger guy, but it was a great fight. Sean did what he had to do to try to keep him close, bang up the body, throw everything he had to throw to, you know, wear him down. And man, they definitely that was definitely great for boxing.
Well, what would be great for boxing is if we could actually get the dream matchup of Crawford and Spence, in addition to all the fights that we should be having with you and the world champion unifying. If that fight were to come to pass, how do you think that fight goes, Spence-Crawford?
I mean, you know, we all got to wait and see how it goes down, you know, but I think it's going to be another, you know, I won't say toe to toe. You know, Crawford's a little more, you know, mobile. He likes to move. He can dance a little bit, but he also likes to fight. And that's the best thing about, you know, Temis, where he will find that pocket to get in there and starts letting his hand go. He's faster than Earl, to my knowledge of seeing him. And but Earl's a bigger guy, so you know it could go either way. If Earl wants to go in there and try to walk him down, Temis is going to box. Or it could be vice versa. So, I mean, all we can do is sit and wait.
Your last $5 and you need 10 to make rent. Who you putting that money on?
I'm putting it on the draw. Over, like the decision, you know what I'm saying? The under, over, I'm going on the over, man. I'm going on the over. I ain't picking nobody, I'm going on the over, man. Give me that 10, man. Go over.
All right, we'll let you slide with that. That seems fair. Lastly, you're on DAZN. You got Eddie right behind you here. You know, on December 7th, the heavyweight championship of the world is up for grabs again. Unified titles. Anthony Joshua, huge upset right here in this city in June 1st. Rematch. How's it going?
You know, what Joshua, I'm going to start off with Joshua. Joshua needs to do, and I believe he should have done the first fight, was carry the fight. Let the fight go 12 rounds. There's no reason, not to let the fight go 12 rounds, but take it into deep waters. You know, show the champion you are and the experience you have fighting this Klitschko, this guy. You know, all the guys that you have been in there, I would have just like took time in this corner or took the time to myself and be like, you know what? This guy put me down. I need to like figure something out, and I don't need to go in there trying to knock him out when he has the power that he had to put me down. So I'm gonna just take it into deep water. Pop, jab, pop, jab, pop, jab, pop, jab, pop, jab. Throw some big shots in there and then wear him down. Because we never seen Luis go 12 rounds with that type of like style, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I would have done, or what the corner should have advised him to do, and hopefully this next fight, he comes out that way if he's looking to be champion again.
I've never made my living as an analyst, and as you know, I'm neutral on just about everything, but right here tonight, I'm saying, get this man his fights. We want to see Boo Boo, Demetrius Andrade, in the ring, unifying titles. He deserves a shot. Always a pleasure to talk to you. A pleasant guy, a hell of a fighter. Radio Rahim with Boo Boo, Demetrius Andrade.
Me again.